Hello and welcome back to How to Build Software Without Coding. I'm Mr. Hackathon and I show you how to build software without coding. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create an automation that triggers sub-agents. For those that are unaware, sub-agents are smaller agents that perform specialized tasks. So what we can see here is we have a form that takes the user input, then we have a router agent that understands the context of the user input and decides which sub agent to use. So even though it looks like I have Gmail, I do actually have Gmail here. We have a sub agent. If we zoom in, one is meant to be a calendar assistant. We have another agent. It says calendar assistant. So we have an email writer assistant. We have a research assistant. We have a calendar assistant. And we have two other agents. And the two other agents are a fallback in case an agent can't be found, and an error in case there's an error with the automation or an error with something that goes wrong. And so I just got to make a slight adjustment. So this says calendar assistant and the actual name is email writer assistant. So let's actually see this in action. So I'm going to hit run once. I'm going to put my email address. I'm going to put my request, and my request might be, I want to eat fish. So I know there is not an agent that books any restaurants or anything like that. And so we take the input from Tally. It goes to the router agent and it has some routing based on conditions, and then it sends an email because it goes to the fallback. And if we actually go here, we can see it says an assistant hasn't been created for this request. If we try this again and say, find me free funders that support education. I'm going to hit run once, hit submit, and you can immediately see it goes down this route to the research assistant, and it's researching. And now it sent me an email and it sent me funders. The way this is configured, the input is really easy. So this is a standard form. This can be the front end of your website. This can be the front end of your mobile application. Just anywhere that you can take a user input. That input is picked up. Then what's actually happened with this router is saying, hey, your router agent, understand the context of the request and determine which sub agent to use. Here are the sub agents and here's what they do. And even though this is spelled wrong, it says if none of the agents are application, it says if none of the agents are applicable, return none, only return the applicable agent's name. So what we can see here is it said, hey, this is the research assistant you need to use. And when we have the router, we have this filter that's the labeled research assistant, but the condition is the response of the router or this message content of the router is equal to research assistant. So if it's equal to research assistant, it goes down this path. Let's see if I can get it to go down the calendar path. So I haven't connected this to Google Calendar, but in reality, you would connect this to Google Calendar. It just takes a little bit to configure. What I'm going to do is try to get it to go down this path. So I'm going to hit run once. I'm going to say schedule me a meeting from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on the 30th. Title it consulting. So we're going to hit submit, and you can see it goes down that path. In our router agent, we can see our router agent has assigned it appropriately. Calendar assistant, gone to the router, gone to the calendar assistant. Again, you would actually have your calendar assistant here. We can find our calendar module. Here, Google Calendar, and we can create an event from that and actually create an event. But if we go to our email again, we can see it's sent, I need to schedule a meeting. So this is how you would add a little bit of complexity. What people might have now is similar to what I have. So if I take a look at some of my assistants, whether we're looking at ChatGPT, and I'll open ChatGPT 2, even though I think ChatGPT might have a feature that caters for this and plugins that cater for this. If I go to my GPTs, so you can see I have lots of independent GPTs, but no routing to the right GPT. So I have no router GPT here. Similar on here, so I provide open access to lots of tools for entrepreneurs, and I started to create a lot of assistants for entrepreneurs, and these are all independent assistants and independent GPTs, no routing. What we're going to see over time is the landscape move more and more to automation of GPTs routing, GPTs having conversations and how they interact with each other. If you have any questions, please feel free to write in the comment section or reach out to me on social media. Don't forget to subscribe, and happy hacking.